Due to time constraints, unfortunately, I was unable to get this video finished in time. However, I created an amazing storyboard. Temporary project name, Video Games is Drugs. The film begins with the phone ringing with a clear picture of the protagonist and his girlfriend kissing, which establishes the relationship. Next shot is of me reaching for the phone, and then the camera slowly pans to reveal the main character's face. The dialogue here begins. Hey cutie, did you make it to the suburbs alright? The girlfriend character's footage was already filmed, so here's a bit of it.
I really wish you could have came to Thanksgiving and meet my parents though.
Yeah, me too. I wish I didn't have to work today. I'm just playing games to distract from the crushing responsibilities of life right now. The moment my character says crushing responsibilities, the camera will cut to a front view, kind of breaking the fourth wall.
Well, hang there, I'll bring home some leftovers. Just do me one favor.
What's that?
Promise me you'll pick me up from the train station tonight.
I won't forget.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't get too wrapped up in your game. You can't miss work.
I won't. Okay. Love you too. Bye. Immediately after hanging up the phone, all emotion from my face leaves. The frames are a bit out of order here, but I message a group chat where I tell everyone that the girlfriend is out of town for Thanksgiving, I'm ditching work, and they should come over and play some video games. I toss the phone onto the table, where it remains for the rest of the film. Slow pan into my face, a sigh, standing up, and as the song's bass drops, a Pringles can is smashed onto the table, with a smash cut. Then there's various shots of Doritos bags being opened, Skittles, random snacks being set on the table, then a little montage of unraveling game controllers, looking through discs, and deciding what to play, then sitting down and yet another sigh of relief. All of a sudden, though, the world seems to be changing from video game world to drug world. All the items on the tables are replaced. Close shot of the Wii U pad and the stylus being pulled out. As I'm playing, I put the stylus in my mouth. For a moment, it switches to me with a joint in my mouth. With the same principle, a close shot of a stylus, then switching to a joint being lit, then switching to a stylus being lit, and back to the stylus. Again, the rest of this video is really well-planned B-roll, essentially. Tapping on the Wii U pad, switching to a mirror and chopping up lines. Medium shot of me alone playing video games, then me with a couple of friends doing drugs, then me with a couple of friends playing video games. An angled shot of all of us playing games together, yet smoke comes out of my mouth. As smoke envelops the shot, a close shot of the cell phone ringing and several missed calls, and a very smoky room with 3 people not noticing the cell phone. Backwards clock time lapse. Sliding doors to the train station opening as the girlfriend character walks towards the camera. As she gets up to the camera, she looks back and forth, seeming confused. She leans against a wall and waits, and eventually gets frustrated, mad, picks up the luggage, gets up and walks out of frame. She walks towards the camera as a cab door comes into frame. A still shot of her getting in the cab, and a still shot of her inside of the cab, crying as the background moves. Similar to the shot before, a shot of her getting out of the cab, sliding doors of her walking into the apartment lobby, behind the shoulder view of her walking through a hallway, and all of this in one shot, the camera slowly pans past her shoulder into her POV and stops at the door. At the door, it's a good point where I can cut, and then there is her hand opening it, and the camera walks in as if it's still in her POV, looking down at me playing video games. And alternatively, the same string of shot where the hand opens the door and walks into the drug world and sees me doing drugs. Handheld, somewhat shaky still shot of her yelling, angled a bit down, looking up. Camera angled down, me looking concerned. Wider shot of the dispute and argument. Closer shot of the door as she walks out and slams it. And the final image of the controller sitting on my lap as my hands are stilled. Then eventually they reach back, press start playing again, as smoke begins to envelop the shot, along with flickering from the television. Fade to black.